a rock release. The first time since 2013 we get a Yeah Yeah Yeahs record. Cool It Down, dropping not this past weekend, the one before, September 30th. And as someone that's a big fan of that scene, the 2000s alternative rock scene in New York City, um, yeah, yeah, yes, we're always kind of a band that I was like aware of, but like I feel like I didn't really go that deep into the discography. I know the hits, right? I know Maps, I know Heads Will Roll. I'd probably prefer the remixes to Heads Will Roll, but that's just my own personal preference. Still a great song. So I wasn't super excited when I was like, oh, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs are back after this hiatus. They stopped performing together in 2017. Uh, actually, no, 2014. They came back 2017. Sorry, but Dave, this record fucking rocked. At least I thought so. What did you think?
Yeah. No, there was definitely some really cool moments for sure. It didn't just feel like a generic comeback by any stretch. I think, like you said, I think whenever you get anybody from the 2000s rock scene in New York back in the news with a new release, we had a Strokes album 2 years ago. Like that was obviously of the same vein, and to not have Yeah Yeah Yes come back, I feel like they're perhaps like the least populist of that group. You think of like LCD Sound System and the Strokes, and Yeah Yeah Yeahs are a bit off to the side in the sense that they're a bit more iconoclast, I guess. And because they've been away for so long, except for like one-off like reunion appearances, I haven't really thought about them too much, right? Like you said, Heads Will Roll remix by A-Track featured prominently in Project X. Huge moment, great remix.
Mm.
That's about what I think of first, honestly, in terms of recent memory. But yeah, it was pretty cool to hear them come back with their was it fifth album? Yeah, fifth album, like you said, first since 2013, which apparently they kind of whipped together in like 5 months' time. On top of that, too, just kind of
Impressive.
met back up. They don't all live in New York anymore. Met back up, recorded this, and yeah, I think there was definitely some cool moments. I did enjoy it.
Yeah, Karen O hasn't missed a beat to me. Like her vocals are still like so haunting and like really distinctive. But I was just like blown away by how true this felt to them as like a band from the earlier era. You mentioned that this didn't really feel like, a older rock band. This kind of felt more just kind of in their wheelhouse. And I think in the first couple of songs, I was just like totally blown away. The first song, Spitting Off the Edge of the World, with Perfume Genius, is this like slow build, and I just like thought that was incredible. Like Karen O's vocals around the chorus are just like mind blowing to me and just grabbed me. But then a few songs later, you get Wolf, right? Which is like, it started off kind of corny, right? Because it's like, I was hungry like a wolf kind of thing kind of going on.
Right.
And then it gets to the part where the synths come in, and
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh, let's go!" Like this feels like classic Yeah Yeah Yeahs right here, and it was just really really awesome. Had me from there to the end of the album. What about you though?
Yeah, I really enjoyed Wolf. It has this like really big like orchestral moment, and then the tempo just like skyrockets. It's like,
Mm,
wow, yeah, this is really cool. And then I think the song immediately after that, Fleas,
yeah.
I also enjoyed quite a bit just because of the drum work on
Mm,
there. Uh, I like the closer Mars as well. Uh, but like you said, I think Karen O has like she has a trademark, unique vocal delivery and sound to her singing. So when the songs pick up, throughout the track list, like she's then able to like kind of elevate those tracks on top of that
yeah.
because she's a really strong performer.
Yeah, she's an incredibly strong performer, and I just really love her aesthetic. And like, if you read "Meet Me in the Bathroom," there's so many like cool stories about her. She's just
Hmm.
a really cool character in rock. Nice to have her back. Hope if they don't continue making albums together as frequently, that she's just kind of around doing stuff, like doing
Yeah.
guest vocal features. Um, I'd really love to see her like jump on some of these EDM albums that we talk about, like Swedish House Mafia and her together. I feel like could
Yeah.
make some really cool shit.
Avalanches.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, Avalanche would just be incredible. But
Yeah.
um, so yeah, just great to have Yeah Yeah Yeahs back, and this was way above what I expected. So good shit.
Right. And you mentioned the Lizzie Goldman book, Meet Me in the Bathroom. That has now become a documentary film as well, following the
Yes.
book. And I believe that is slowly releasing this fall. So if you're interested in that, the like reporting basically and storytelling of that 2000s rock scene in New York in its heyday, specifically featuring around like Strokes, Interpol, Yeah Yeah Yeahs, LCD. Watch that doc, read that book because there's a lot of talk about that lately, of course.
We're gonna put a song from the AAES onto our Nostalgia Best of 2022 playlist.